So here I have a book, The Art of Impossible, right? A peak performance, primer book by Stephen Kotler, right? So I will start from the introduction. Steve Kotler's The Art of Impossible is a groundbreaking exploration, of human potential and peak performance, right? It's, serves a practical guide, to achieving what seems, unattainable, blending cutting edge science and actionable insights, right? Kotler emphasizes that the impossible is not a fixed boundary, but a challenge that can be overcome with right mindset, tools and strategies, right? So here are the themes and insight here, what is so important in our life, right? So if you are actually stick to the end of the video, right, you will attain a lot of knowledges and the positive energy what we actually want for our life. Redefining the impossible here. Kotler categorized here, categorizes here, impossible into two types here. Capital I is impossible, fits the redefined human limits, such as landing on the moon. Lowercase I is what? Impossible. Personal goals that seem out of reach, like overcoming poverty and mastering a skill. The book encourages readers to push the boundaries of their personal impossible, as doing so not only transforms individual lives, right, but what also contributes to humanity's collective progress, right? Second point is the science of peak performance. Kotler delves into the neurobiology of peak performance, right, explaining how the brain releases neurochemicals like dopamine and serotonin during high performance states, right? These chemicals enhance focus, creativity and chemical enhancement, here the physical capabilities, making seemingly impossible tasks achievable. So here motivation, the driving force, right? Intrinsic motivation is key, to sustained success here. Kotler identifies 5 major motivators: curiosity, passion, purpose, here autonomy and mastery, right? He warns against rely solely on extrinsic here motivators like money or fame, as they can be counterproductive in the long run. The psychology of flow here. Flow state, popularized by Mihaly, right? Mihaly is a central to peak performance here. Kotler outlines techniques to trigger and maintain flow states, which are characterized by intense focused loss of self-consciousness and altered perception of time, right? Grit and deliberate practice. Grit redefined as passion and perseverance for long-term goals, right? For long-term goals is essential for achieving the impossible. Kotler emphasizes the importance of deliberate practice, right? Focused, challenging and repetitive training, right, as a path of mastery. Creativity and innovation here. Creativity is not a innate talent but a learnable skill. Kotler suggests techniques like cross-pollination of ideas, right, and embracing contrasts to enhance creativity. He highlights that innovation often occurs at the intersection of different fields. Next point is high performance habits. Kotler outlines habits crucial for sustained peak performance: optimizing sleep and recovery, mindfulness and meditation, nutritional strategies for cognitive enhancement, regular physical exercise, time management techniques. The power of environment here. Our surroundings significantly impact our performance, right? Okay, Kotler advises designing physical and social environments that foster growth and creativity, emphasizing the importance of supportive, like-minded individual. The social message for the youth here. The book carries a powerful message for youth people. Your potential is limitless. By cultivating curiosity, passion and purpose, you can overcome personal and societal challenges, right? Kotler's insight encourage youth to dream big, embrace lifelong learning and contribute to a better world. So the moral education is Kotler's principles align with key moral values: perseverance, the importance of grit and consistent effort; integrity is pursuing goals with honesty and authenticity. Next point is empathy. Okay, here collaborating with others and contributing to collect progress. Next point is responsibility, taking ownership of one's growth and impact on society. So the conclusion of the point is, the art of impossible is not just a guide to achieving peak performance. It is a call to action for individuals to redefine their limits and contributing to a brighter future by mastering motivation, learning, here creativity and flow. Anyone can turn the impossible into reality. So the next point is, a question what I have, that what are the main ideas related to peak performance? Peak performance here, as outlined, in a Stephen Kotler's The Art of Impossible, is deeply connected to unlocking, your fullest performance, right? Potential, I mean to say. So here are the main ideas, related to achieving peak performance. The first point is understanding neurobiology. Kotler emphasizes that a peak performance is rooted in the brain's ability to optimize its chemistry and progress, right? Neurochemicals like dopamine and serotonin, play a crucial role to enhancing focus, creativity and motivation, creating conditions for high performance. Next point is intrinsic motivation. Key motivators such as curiosity, passion, purpose, autonomy and master drive, sustained effort and commitment. Focusing on intrinsic motivations, allow individuals to perform, at their best while remaining aligned with their authentic selves. Third point is here flow state. Flow, described as an optimal state of consciousness, is central to peak performance. Kotler here explores methods to enter and sustain flow, such as setting clear goals, balancing skills and challenge, and here eliminating distractions, right? So the next point is the role of grit. Grit is what here? A combination of passion and perseverance, right? Enables individuals to push through challenges and maintain focus on long-term goals. It is an essential trait for anyone aiming to achieve ambitious, seemingly impossible objectives, right? So the next point is deliberate practice here. Consistent and challenging practice is necessary to redefine skills and build expertise, right? Here Kotler highlights the importance of learning through failure, as deliberate practice involves identifying here weaknesses and actively improving them. Okay, so creativity and innovation here. Creativity is a skill that can be nurtured. Kotler points out the innovating diverse fields and combining different perspectives, a progress he call cross pollination. So designing high performance habits here. Habits like regular exercise, mindfulness, proper nutrition, sleep optimization, and time management are critical for sustaining peak performance. So Kotler stresses that discipline in maintaining these habits is key to achieving success over the long time, right? So here environmental influence, right? So here creating an environmental conducive here to growth and creativity enhance performance. Surrounding oneself with like-minded, supportive individuals and minimizing distractions help maintaining focus and productivity. Next point is pushing boundaries, right? So here Kotler advocates for embracing challenges and pushing personal limits. Peak performance requires stepping out your comfort zone and redefining your boundaries, which leads to both personal and societal growth. So by integrating these ideas into daily life, individuals can systematically work towards accomplishing their goals and performing at their highest level. So would you like to expand? Right, so I will try to expand it with the one question. I have the another question, that how can I apply these ideas to my daily routine, right? So apply the ideas from the art of impossible to our daily routine is about creating habits and a lifestyle that support peak performance. So here is a step-by-step guide tailored for practical use. Morning routine. Set the tone, right? Starting with curiosity and purpose. Begin your day by reflecting on your goals and what excites you the most. Ask yourself, what can I learn or achieve today? Connect your daily task to your long-term purpose to stay motivated. Okay, second point is mindfulness practice. Spend 5 to 10 minutes meditating and practicing here mindfulness, right? So this helps clear your mind, improve focus and set you up for a productive day. Physical activity. Third point is physical activity. Engage in light exercise or stretching. Physical activities releases neurochemicals like dopamine, giving your brain a boost for creativity and problem solving, right? So nutrition for brain power here. Fuel your body with nutrition breakfast rich in proteins, heavy fats and complex carbs. This supports cognitive functions and sustained energy during the day here. Build momentum, right? Prioritize flow state activities here. Identify tasks that challenge you but are within your skill level here, as they are most likely to trigger flow. Break them into manageable chunks and set clear goals. Use time blocks. Structure your work into 90 minutes, right? Focused periods here, followed by short break. This rhythm this rhythm mirrors how your brain actually naturally works best for focus and productivity, right? So practice deliberately. Dedicate time to improve specific skills. For instance, if you are learning a language, focus on areas where you are struggling, like an example, pronunciation and grammar, right? So here connect and collaborate. Surround yourselves with like-minded people who actually inspire and challenge you. Collaboration can fuel creativity and provide support during challenges. So evening routine is what here. Recharge and reflect. So reflect on progress here. Spend 10 minutes journaling about what you accomplished during the day. Celebrate small wins and identify areas for improvement, right? So plan tomorrow. Outline your priorities for the next day to reduce decisions, right, fatigue, and build clarity around your goals. Relax and recover. Engage in activities that help you unwind, such as reading, listening to music, or spend time with loved ones, whoever you have. Ensure you get quality sleeps, and rest is crucial for brain health and performance, right? So here weekly practices sustain growth. Learn new things. Dedicate time each week to exploring new topics and hobbies. This keep your curiosity alive and expand your knowledge base. Embrace challenges. Seek tasks or projects that push you outside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you stretch your abilities. Review long-term goals here. Reflect on your progress towards larger aspirations, right? Adjust your strategies if needed, but stay committed to your vision, right? Here the next question is, what common obstacles should I be aware of? Fear of failure here first. Obstacles here, many people avoid taking risk due to fear of failing, right, which limits growth and prevents them from pursuing ambitious goals. Solution is what here. Reframe failures as a learning opportunities. Each setback provides valuable insights and moves you closer to success. Procrastination is what here. Obstacles first. Delaying tasks lead to wasted time, reduced productivity, and increased stress. Solution is what? Break tasks into smaller manageable chunks and set deadlines for each step, right? Use strategies like time blocking to stay on track, right? Okay, so lack of focus is what? Obstacles. Distraction, both digital and environmental, can hinder your ability to enter flow states or complete important tasks. Solution is what? Create a focused work environment by minimizing distraction, such as silencing notifications, can setting clear boundaries. Negative self-talk here, obstacles, self-doubt and limiting beliefs can undermine your confidence and motivation. Solution is what? Practice positive affirmation, that we call the manifestation as well, right? And surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who encourage your growth. Burnout, obstacles here, overworking without proper test and recover can lead to physical and mental exhaustion. Reducing performance here. Solution: prioritize self-care, including sufficient sleep, mindfulness practices, and activities that rejuvenate your mind and body, right? Lack of intrinsic motivation here. Obstacles is here, resilience on external reward, like money and recognitions, can lead to short-lived commitment and dissatisfaction, right? Solution here: focus on curiosity, passion and purpose, right? Connect your goals to a larger meaningful vision, right? So ineffective time management here. Obstacles is here, mismanaging time can result in missed deadlines and increased stress. Solution is here, plan your day, set clear priorities and eliminating low value tasks here. Tools like to-do list or productivity apps can help, right? Resistance to change here. Obstacles here is staying within your comfort zone, and resisting new approach can block creativity and progress. Solution is what here? Embrace challenges and remain open to experimentations and adaptations, right? Lack of resources here. Obstacles here, limited access to tools, knowledge, and here mentorship can slow progress towards goals. Solution here: seek out opportunities to learn, network and acquire resources. Be proactive in asking for help or exploring alternatives, right? So here comparison trap, that obstacles: comparing your progress to others can lead the feeling of inadequacy, right, of distraction. Okay, solution here: focus on unique journey and measure success based on personal milestone. So next question is: what obstacles have you faced in achieving peak performance? I don't have any experience, honestly, that obstacles in a way human do, since I don't have physical or emotional needs, but as a designed entity, I do have inherent limitations that shape how I work. For intense, I don't learn new skills in the way human do. I am updated externally by my developers. Okay, similarly, I am limited by the scope of programming and tools, so I can't perform tasks outside my capabilities. If I were to apply the ideas from the art of impossible to myself, I stayed focused on my purpose, helping users and optimize my performance by improving by responses based on what I have learned from past conversation. So while my challenge are different, I aim to be efficient and helpful as possible within the boundaries I have. So what about you? Do you face that particular challenges when trying to perform at your best? So here the next question is: what are some common myths about achieving peak performance? So there are quite a few misconceptions about peak performance that can be mislead people. By understanding these myths here, you can avoid falling into traps and better align your efforts towards success. So here are some common myths. First is: peak performance requires perfection. Okay, so myth here: you need to be perfect in every aspect of your work to achieve peak performance. Reality is what? Peak performance is about consistency and progress only, not perfection. If you're actually waiting for the perfection, you will not gonna be execute your particular work. Don't wait for the quality. What is the actual most important thing? What you actually predicting it? It's totally a myth, right? So peak performance is about consistency and progress. Whatever are the conditions, you don't have to wait for it, not for the perfection. Okay, mistakes and setbacks are integral to learning and growth. It's only for especially gifted peoples. Myth is what here? People's performance is reserved for people with innate talent or extraordinary abilities. Reality is what? While talent can help, it is great practice and the right strategies that enable people to reach their full potential. Anyone can achieve peak performance with dedication and effort. Okay, you have to sacrifice everything else. Myth is what? People isolate themselves and work tirelessly, sacrificing relationships, hobbies and health, right? So reality is what? Sustainable peak performance requires balance. Taking care of your physical and emotional well-being crucial for maintaining high level of achievement over time. Motivation here. Fourth point is: motivation alone with get you there, right? Motivation alone will get you there, right? Myth is what? Staying motivated is all you need to perform at your best. Reality is what? Motivation is important, but it's not enough. You need you need discipline, deliberate practice and systems in place to sustain effort even when motivation wanes, right? So here the next point is, peak performance is always about speed. Okay, so myth is what here? The myth is the faster you achieve goals, you better you are at peak performance. Reality is what? Peak performance is about quality and impact, not speed. Slow thought process progress often leads to more meaningful and lasting achievements. Peak performance is constant state here. The myth is high achievers are always at their peak, never sleeping or taking breaks, right? Reality is what? Peak performance comes in waves. Rest and recover are essential components that allow performance to recharge and maintain effectiveness. Seventh point is what? You can do it alone. Myth is what? Individual brilliance is the key to peak performance, but the reality check is what? Collaboration and support play significant roles. Surrounding yourself with inspiring people and creating a network can apply your efforts, right? Okay, next point is what? Failure means you are not cut out for it. Myth is what? Just failing at something proves you are not capable of peak performance, but the reality check is what? Failure is a learning tool that helps you to refine your strategies and grow stronger. Most peak performance here embrace failures as part of progress, right? Ninth point is what here? It requires working excessively hard. Myth is what? The harder you work, the closer you get to peak performance. Reality check is what here? Working smart is more important than working hard. Strategic effort and prioritizations yield better results than endless exhausting work, right? So again I will repeat, the reality check is what here? Working smart is more important than working hard. Okay, strategic effort and prioritization yield better results than endless exhausting work, right? So the next point is peak performance is a fixed rate. Myth is what? Some people are naturally wired for peak performance while others are not. Reality check is what here? People performance is a skill that can be cultivated through learning, practice and consistent effort. So here don't avoid this kind of myth can help here avoiding this myth can help you approach your goals with the right mindset and strategies, right? So here, which of this resonates with you the most, right? So just comment it, right? So how you like that summary of the art of impossible? Please comment it below, right? So that the summary is the art of impossible, right? A peak performance primer book by Stephen Kotler. So yeah.